Three, two, one.
Itsme Camika. Hopefully, you came for some soothing commentary and balanced vibes. That's what we do over here. This is my very first podcast, so I hope you enjoy it. Definitely comment down below and tell me how you think I'm doing. We are going to review The Real Housewives of New York. You know, this is their second season of the reboot, and so far, so good to me. I have heard mixed reviews, but I'm all in. Let's get this party started. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I really enjoyed this episode. We start off with Jessel, and she's setting off the episode with the same theme as her party. It's a nod to Clueless, which is the cult classic from back in the day. It's almost 30 years old. I want to pretend as if I have never seen Clueless before so that you all can't guess my age. But I have. I love it. But back to Jessel. This episode starts out with a recap of last week's episode. And of course, they recap the argument between Bryn and Uba. And I'm wondering if Bryn has said something that she can't come back from. But we'll discuss that later on in the episode. Sai and her husband are out shopping for plants to grow their garden because Sai is all of us. We have all stated that we need to get a chicken for eggs and grow our own food, given the cost of food these days. The shopping, they decide to sit down and discuss where Sai is when it comes to grieving her mom. Her husband suggests that they grow a tree in their front yard and include her mother's or some of her mother's ashes. Sai agrees, and I understand what took so long for Sai to decide what to do with her mother's ashes. You definitely want to honor someone in the afterlife and place them somewhere where you know they would want to be. Next, we have Jessel and her husband. And Jessel is telling her husband what the theme to her birthday party will be. And he looks so uninterested. He is working. Okay, let me tell you something. That's a good man, Savannah. Every time the camera catches her husband, he's working. But just like he's uninterested, he has never, ever seen the movie. You know, Jessel and her husband balance each other out. Jessel, she wants more. She wants grand. She wants to spend the money, have the babies. And her husband is just more reserved and frugal and not as grand. And to me, that's probably what works, what makes it work. They balance each other out for sure. And then we have Jenna Lyons going into a roundtable meeting with a bunch of stylish editors and writers. And they are sharing their ideas for this online fashion magazine. And it was a cute scene. Prior to that, though, when Jenna came in, she asked the young lady if they had coffee. And I feel like she was prompting her to get her coffee. Like she wanted her to say, oh, yes, we'll get you some. And the girl was just like, yes, you have coffee. Jenna, stay humble, please. Please. I like you. When Jenna came in, she had this khaki jacket on. And I have a dupe of the jacket in my Amazon cart. I absolutely love it. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to purchase it or put it on my Christmas list. I have no idea. Decisions. Next up, we have Bryn getting her eyelashes done. And she calls her ex-boyfriend on FaceTime while doing so. He immediately gives her a compliment. And I was sitting here thinking, do I have an ex-boyfriend that I could call on FaceTime and he immediately compliments me? The answer is no, I don't. I don't have an ex I can call and they would immediately compliment me. They would instead try to figure out why I'm calling them. But shout out to Bryn. Now there's Erin and her husband. And just to tell you all, literally had to redo this whole podcast because I have been calling Bryn Erin this whole time. So we have Erin and her husband at the juice bar. And they are just doing what parents do, figuring out the logistics of who is going to pick up what child and when. Typical parental decisions, nothing really intense. The intensity starts when the girls meet up to go shopping. So it was Bryn, Erin, and Jessel. While they're shopping, of course, they sit down to have a conversation. Basically, Bryn is saying how irritated she is, along with Erin, that they continue to see Sai and Jenna out doing their thing. This scene screams jealousy. I'm jealous. I want to be Jenna Lyons' friend, and I'm hating from outside of the club. This was a throwback to high school, except for we're grown women. So we handle things differently. When someone does not want to be our friend and does not give us the same energy, then much like elementary, we just walk away. We don't express our disdain, keep talking about it, keep hating on the relationship or the friendship that's been built or that they are building without you. But something tells me that there's much more to this story. And I wonder if they are also jealous that they are both really, really popular. Sai is a popular influencer. I followed her prior to her even being on this show. And Jenna, I had never heard of her, but I'm sold. And I have a question. Is Bryn a girl's girl? She wanted to leave the girls' trip early because she wasn't getting along with anyone. Erin had to stop her. She got into it with Uba. She called her brother instead of like a girlfriend to come chill with her for a while. While getting her lashes done, she calls her ex-boyfriend, not a girlfriend. Now she's upset with the bond that Jenna is building with Sai. And let's not forget that she took the time out to express her annoyance with Uba once again. Prior to this scene, Uba invited Raquel over to view her paintings. And while they were there viewing those beautiful paintings that belongs on someone's movie set, so I understand why she wanted Raquel to come over and see how beautiful they were. While Raquel's there, Uba sits her down and they speak about the argument between she and Bryn. He told her that Brandon told her that she loves her, but she wanted her to chill because she did not want her to be edited as the angry Black woman. Allegedly. I'm still here, but I'm very triggered. This term historically has been used to dismiss and silence Black women. It implies that Black women aren't allowed the same emotions or assertiveness as others without being judged or stereotyped. It invalidates our experiences and our emotions It invalidates our concerns and our legitimate frustrations. Is simply dehumanizing and unfair. And there's no coming back from it after you say it. Seriously, we can forgive, but that's something you can never forget. You attach the feeling, the hurtful feeling that you endured as soon as they said it. And that is forever attached to them. They can say sorry a million times and you can forgive them a million times. But when you see them, you're always going to remember that they dismissed your feelings and narrowed you down to the angry Black woman. I want to say that this is alleged by Uba because we don't know if that really happened because we did not see it on camera. This is what Uba is telling us she experienced and endured. Allegedly. Now for the party. Jethel threw herself a really good, fun party. She included her outfit changes, which I absolutely loved. Some were annoyed. I didn't. You only turn a certain age once. Live it, get it how you live. And everyone showed up and showed out. It was a Clueless themed birthday party. I especially loved their first appearance in the costume. I love the editing. The Clueless theme editing, I loved it. Jenna kept talking on that fake phone. That was a little creepy. She was into that fake phone a little bit too much. But she looked like she was having so much fun. And then the high school rivalry began. I went to Aaron. Uba squeezed in. Bryn told Jenna. Aaron tells the group. Then Aaron's husband comes and tells Jenna that there's tension. This is a grown woman who does not know how to communicate her feelings. And it is a little annoying. I'm kind of irritated. Everybody knows. You could tell everyone but the person that needs to know. I'm confused because you are a whole grown woman. How are you going to teach your children how to communicate their feelings if you can't do it yourself? Jenna had to come over to you in order to get it out of you. And that's crazy to me. I need you to put your big girl panties on and boss up and go and tell Jenna exactly how you feel. It's not fair to play the victim and then to paint Jenna as a totally different person to everyone that you speak to while you're playing victim. And that's definitely not how you gain a friend. Well, the episode ends with Jenna apologizing, and she and Aaron come into an agreement that they would talk more often. They apologized to each other, settled their differences, and then that was the end of the episode. So I told you all this was my first podcast, so we just knew that there were going to be some bumps in the road. And hello, I forgot a whole scene. Sorry. And how can I forget the scene? It was so emotional. I had tears in my eyes. Her family decide to gather around the tree that they decided to plant, along with some of her mother's ashes. Her mom's sister, her aunt, was present as well. And speaking of Sai's aunt, she is the epitome of what an aunt is. Passionate, strong, but nurturing, the one that holds the family together. She offers her love, her support. She provides the warmth that makes everyone feel okay. And when she spoke of her sister, you could feel the love and the pain. You could tell that she missed her sister and always wished the best for her sister. She brought tears to my eyes. I really broke down seeing the kids go cuddle with their father. I've never lost a parent, so I don't know that level of pain. But I feel as though Sai is just still hurting because when they were out shopping, her husband spoke when it came to her mother and honoring her. And in this scene, her aunt asked her if she had anything to say, and she couldn't really even speak for fear of breaking down. So I really hope that her family continues to love and support her and as she grieves the death of her mom. Rest in peace to Sai's mom. I want to bring the mood up just a little bit. They were able to laugh after they were done crying. And they remind me a lot of my family. We love to laugh. I feel like we get together just to laugh. Sometimes we're laughing in the midst of pain. And I saw that in that episode. It was beautiful. Thank you all for joining me for my first podcast ever. If you enjoyed it, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you want more, I also uploaded episode 6. I'm not here for a long time. I'm just here for a good time. So I'll see you all very soon.